a road trip in Oregon hit a deer with her car, like a full buck, like she legit just ran into it straight on. She's fine and no one was hurt except for the deer who's now dead. But so the car was totaled, and my sister and her friends are stranded in Oregon. So now you may ask, what does hitting a deer and being stranded in Oregon have to do with being yourself? Well, I can show you. So that deer was like a negative paradigm. A paradigm is essentially the way you view something. It can be the way you view others and the world around you, or it can be the way you view yourself. For this message, I'm going to focus on the way you view yourself, as well as the way you change or don't change based on the way you view yourself. Now, paradigms come in all shapes and forms. They can be subconscious or conscious. They can be created by you or by other influences. However, no matter what kind of paradigms you have of yourself or perceptions you have of yourself, they still have the same capabilities to make or break you, weigh you down, lock you up, or set you free, keep you constant, or change you. So I know all of you have said these following words once in your lifetime. I'm not that good at blank. I know I have. Let me give you an example. One time at a summer music academy, I was performing a cello concerto, Saison's cello concerto in A minor from memory. Sitting in the audience included several world-renowned cellists and other musicians, as well as my fellow aspiring cellists. I had been practicing this concerto for several weeks, and I had several rehearsals with my pianist. Basically, all the skills I needed to perform, I had. However, I was still unsure of myself. Over the week, I had been exposed to a lot of talent who inspired me, but also kind of brought me down. There were some really great cellists that really put my skills into perspective. And I let these thoughts get to me, and mentally, the mentality I had towards myself was that I wasn't good enough, and I wasn't gonna do so well. So the time of my performance came, and I was on deck to perform next, and all I could think as I stood behind the stage was, oh no, I'm gonna mess up. And so I walked on stage, sat down, pulled out my end pin, tuned. I turned back to my pianist and gave him the signal to start, and I was going. My fingers were flying over the fingerboard and my bow was moving across my strings, but then, oh no, suddenly a wrong note, and then the wrong rhythm. I got halfway through my concerto and I just stopped. I simply forgot. The notes had fallen out of my head, dead silent in a room as the audience stared at me in the spotlight. I couldn't move. I started to sweat. Tears were forming in my eyes. No other musician who had performed at the Summer Academy this year had stopped like I did. But I sat there and I collected myself, and then I began at a place where I knew where I was, and I finished the performance. The audience clapped, but I didn't hear them. There was an intense ringing in my ears, and it wasn't from the vibrations of my strings from my last notes. It was from extreme embarrassment and utter disappointment in myself. I quickly bowed, left the stage, and ran to a small corner of the theater to cry. Saying that you're not good at something, like I did with my cello capabilities before my performance, is an example of a negative paradigm, one that can break you and hold you down. If you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, you'll believe it, even if it might be entirely untrue. I had told myself that I wasn't good enough, and I had convinced myself. Other negative paradigms that people throw on themselves are, oh, I'll never graduate college, I'll never get along with my parents, or I'm not attractive. These paradigms of yourself then prevent you from changing, and so you remain unchanged. However, it is not impossible to change paradigms, although very difficult. The best way to do this is, instead of saying negative words to describe yourself like not and never, use optimistic ones like can and will. You will graduate, you will get along with your parents. Don't say negative things about yourself. Turn your fears and doubts into dreams. Do the opposite of what you'll think you'll do and surprise yourself. Pretty soon you'll start to believe it, and goals that you believe in are so much easier to achieve and accomplish. On the other side, keep the positive paradigms that you have yourself, but not so much that your ego gets out of control. Walk the middle path of right view. Do not think negatively of yourself, but do not think overly positive. Essentially what I'm saying is change your views of yourself to believe in yourself. One of the Eightfold Noble Paths is right view. A big part of this is right view of yourself. But by believing in yourself, you have the right view of yourself. Have a positive view of yourself. just doesn't happen automatically. It takes practice, it takes habit. So whenever you catch yourself telling something like, oh, I'm not good at blank, or I'll never be blank, this will never happen to me, correct yourself. Shower yourself with compliments. Having a negative view of yourself is unhealthy and opens up ways for others to have a negative view of you as well. I would like to end my message with a joke. What did the fish say when he hit a wall? Damn. Please come join me in Gosh Show. Life is filled with exponential possibilities, and you are filled with exponential potential. Dams to fishes and deers to my sister's car are like negative paradigms to you. They keep you from changing. Don't waste your time telling yourself you're not good enough, and change your perception of yourself to a view that can make you, let you soar, and set you absolutely free. Namami Datsu. Namami Datsu. Namami Datsu. Oh man, Mitzi and Kaylee just walked in. It was my Dharma Talk. Thank you, you guys.